सोच में सकारात्मकता लाएं, जीवन को बेहतर बनाएं। मनोदर्पण पर कॉल लगाएं, मनोबल अपना और बढ़ाएं। मनोदर्पण पर कॉल लगाएं, मनोबल अपना और बढ़ाएं। चलो आज ही प्रण ले हम, मानसिक स्वास्थ्य सुधारे हम। चलो आज ही प्रण ले हम, मानसिक स्वास्थ्य सुधारे हम। मनोदर्पण के काउंसलर से परामर्श पाने के लिए डायल करें टोल फ्री नंबर 844-844-0632। नंबर एक बार फिर सुने 844-844-0632।
Hello, Namaskar and a very good evening to all the viewers watching NCERT's live and interactive program. I'm Shivani Jha and you have all connected with us through PM eVidya channel number 6 to channel number 12. Besides this, there are so many different mediums through which you all can connect with us. And even you can participate in our live conversations by raising your comments, your queries or your feedbacks in the live chat box of our official YouTube channels that goes by the name NCERT Official and NCERT PM eVidya class 6 to class 12. Well, let me apprise you all for this half an hour. We have our special program on Sahyog, and as you all know, these Sahyog and Paricharcha sessions are brought to you by MANODARPAN and is a great initiative of Ministry of Education as a part of Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan for providing psychosocial support and mental well-being to all the teachers, parents as well as students out there. Well, the topic we have chosen for today's Sahyog discussion is very important and interesting too. That is developing communication skills, what, why and how. And to delve deeper into this entire topic, we are also joined by our two experts. So let's introduce them first. Firstly, we are joined by Professor Rajesh Kumar Saha from RIE NCERT Mysuru. Sir, namaskar and welcome to our session. Okay, we are also joined by Miss KVL Praveena. Ma'am is practicing counselor. Ma'am, namaskar and welcome to the session.
Namaste.
Namaste. Well, dear all, in case if you have any query or doubt regarding this particular topic or this session, you can directly reach us via phone or our email ID. We have two phone numbers. One phone number is of our Manodarpan counselors, which is 844-844-0632, and our second number is 8800440559, and either you can send an email to us which is sahyog.ncert@ciet.nic.in. Well, now let's proceed towards our topic, which is developing communication skills. Well, dear all, do you also struggle to communicate your thoughts to others easily? And are you unsure about how to express yourself or fear saying something wrong? So no need to worry, our today's session is basically designed for this topic only, and your all questions will be answered by our today's experts. So for the same, my first question will be for Rajesh Saha sir. Sir, as our topic for today is developing communication skills, so please tell us what exactly are communication skills and why is it important for us to know about the whole entire topic. So could you please elaborate this, sir?
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
My children, I am really very happy to discuss about the topic. The topic is our communication skills. But I try to make some thing which you may remember throughout your life. While we are talking about communication skill, we sometimes perceive that only speaking skill is our communication skill. If anyone can speak relentlessly, fluently, his communication skill is very good. But no, there are several aspects. First, please change the slide, then it will help me to elaborate. So when we are talking about our communication skill, it is basically two types of communication skill, and both types are very important. First is interpersonal communication, that is external speech. I am talking to yourself, you, the audience, and our lovely children. So external speech, that is interpersonal, and another communication is intrapersonal, that is inner speech. let's first concentrate on what interpersonal communication. When we communicate, we not only communicate our thought, we also communicate our emotions, our expectations, our energy, our mood. Many things is communicated, and if we are not very much concerned about exactly what I am trying to communicate, there may be some miscommunications, and it is very frequent. And you know, all the problem in our life starts with that misinterpretation of emotions and thoughts related to anything. For example, if we fail to interpret the exact emotions and mental state of our friend, there is a problem. If husband failed to do that with his wife, then there is a problem. So communication skill is very important when you are expressing yourself, and you are expressing not only your thought, you are expressing your emotions, your expectations, your energy, everything. So you have to be very careful about that. And language production mechanism has a very important role, and it is very complex phenomena also. So when you are communicating, how you are pronouncing, how your tone is varying, how your stress is, where is your stress, and your voice modulation, everything has a meaning, everything is related to your emotions. So social exchange with others, when you are talking to others, then you have to be very careful exactly what actually you are trying to communicate, who are your listeners, and exactly where you are trying to lead your listeners. So discourse analysis is very important when you are speaking. Whether you are trying to make the audience laugh with your joke, then it has a different discourse. When you are explaining something, then there is different discourse. So when actually we are talking about our interpersonal communication, it includes many things. This is one thing. That is when we are expressing ourselves with others. And second is intrapersonal, means when I am communicating with my inner self. That is inner speech, using inner speech to guide behavior. So communication is not always external. More important is internal communication, means how you are communicating with yourself. What is that exactly? Can you think without word? Whenever we think in words, in language. So when thinking, actually we are communicating with ourselves. So these are two types of communication. One is external communications with others, communicating with others, expressing your thoughts and emotions to others. And another is intrapersonal communication, that is you are communicating with your inner self. Change the slide, please. So now, when we are talking about interpersonal communication and its significance, why we have to develop our interpersonal communication, one type of communication when we are exchanging thoughts and emotions with others. So there are basically two skills. One is receptive skills, another is productive skill. Means we receive through listening. Communication is two-way process. You all know that it is not a one-way process. Someone speaks and another listens, and another speaks, the person listens. So listening skill is very important. Why I am telling, how you are listening, active listening is very important. Listening with your eyes means when you are listening, you are observing the person's, his emotions and mental situation, everything you are apprehending, comprehending properly. So listening skill means identifying the key ideas, what exactly the person is trying to communicate, what is his emotional state of mind. So when you are listening, you have to be very empathetic, means you are very much aware about the emotional makeup of that person and for what he is speaking. So identifying words and meaning is not only the thing, you are also have to be very careful about the emotion involved with the words. That is called listening skill. If you understand others, then 100% problem, out of 100%, 99% problem is solved. And another is reading skill. So how much you read, it doesn't matter, but how you read a text, that matters. So we read, we learn, we forget. But how you read so that the concept, the idea is assimilated permanently in your schema, long-term memory, that is more important. So there are different types of reading skills. For example, if a principal is signing several files, 100 files a day, is it possible to read line by line, word by word? He just scheme. It is called scheming, just reading apparently. If you are searching for information, for example, your friend told that there is a information about your institution in the newspaper. So you go and searching Times of India and looking for the information. You are reading, but here your reading style is scanning. When you are reading a very interesting book, it is called extensive reading. Any story, Harry Potter, any book. And when you are reading a theory, it is called intensive reading. Means you are trying to understand the inner meaning. You are focusing on each and every word. So we time to time read in a different style. So reading is a skill. How quickly you read, how deeply you comprehend, how quickly you are getting the point and predicting the points and encoding the point, inferring the meaning. These are some basic skills that comes under receptive skills. And productive skill is your speaking skill and writing skill. That means how effectively you are able to express yourself in concrete words without digressing from the point.
Yes, sir.
You are talking to the point. This is important. And why this interpersonal communication skill is important? Because these all skills are very important for your professional skills, your leadership quality, how to lead others, how to motivate others, depends on your communication skill. And it is also the key factor behind your happiness and prosperous life. Why? Because if you are a good communicator, then you can encode other situations properly and you can decode yourself better. Means you can express yourself better, you can understand yourself better. So there is no scope of misinterpretation. Your interpersonal relationship will be intact. You will grow and you will learn how to live together. This is one of the basic quality of a human being. As often in African proverb, it has been told that if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. So how to go together, it comes basically from your communication skill.
Yes, sir. And you said very well, listening skill is the most important when we talk about growth of our own communication skills, and I might like that too. Well, my first question I would like to ask from Praveena ma'am, and ma'am I would like to ask you, how can active listening improve personal and professional relationships, and what are some practical ways to practice it daily? So ma'am, could you elaborate this to our viewers?
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, everyone.
Ji, ma'am.
Just now we have learned something interpersonal communication, intrapersonal communication from Mr. Saha sir. Now we are going to know about how to develop our communicative skills, because the active listening, some tips we need to learn, we need to know from, because listening attentively without interruption means showing genuine interest in what the other person is saying. For example, your colleague or some other person is sharing their ideas. We need to nod our head eventually and maintain eye contact with them. Then, and we need to say something positively. Yes, I like your point at some point, some about some X. Can you elaborate it? Like, we need to add something. So that this shows we are engaging, we are encouraging them. We are participating in their talking and all, and expand your vocabulary. because through vocabulary we can convey precise words, precise words to convey our thoughts clearly. Then for that we read newspapers and watch documents and note down new words daily. For example, if we came across the word collaborative, use it in a sentence. Like our team works in a collaborative manner, like practice clarity and conciseness. It is very important. Avoiding vague language, vague language and getting straight to the point. Avoiding vague language and getting straight to the point. For example, don't beat around the bush. Come to the point straightly. Before speaking, we need to outline our main points mentally or on paper also. And develop non-verbal communication. Using non-verbal communication means our body language, gestures, and facial expressions. These we need to show effectively. Means during an interview, sitting upright and maintaining eye contact and smiling slightly. These conveys a positive vibrations and confidence and openness before the interviewers and everyone. For this, we need to practice ourselves while speaking. Practice record ourselves while speaking and analyze our body language, our gestures and expressions, and modify them according to the wherever necessary. And improve emotional intelligence. That is very important. We need to be aware of our emotions and understanding others' feelings also to communicate empathetically. Because if a colleague looks stressed, instead of jumping into work talk, we might say that you seem a bit overwhelmed. Is everything okay? Like this is also very important while we are communicating with others. Because to practice this, we can reflect on how our words and tone impact others. So we need to learn this. We need to practice on this and engage in conversations. Daily, actively participate in discussions. Wherever some discussions, everywhere discussions are going on in this world. Then in any discussions, set a goal to initiate a new conversation, one new conversation daily, or whether at work or socially, and ask questions, asking thoughtful questions to deepen understanding and encouraging the other persons to share more. If a friend mentions they are working in a project or like any other thing they are sharing, instead of just saying that that's nice, like we can ask what inspired you to start that project, like that. Practicing asking open-ended questions that begin with how, why you need to do that, what is the cause behind it. Like it gives more emphasis to the speakers to open up and give and receive feedbacks. Constructive feedbacks improve communication and relationships also. For example, we can actively seek or give feedback from friends, mentors, or colleagues, or whoever it is. If a colleague is presenting his presentation, if it is not clear, we can say your presentation was informative, but adding visuals could made it even better. Like we can give some effective constructive feedback. Practice public speaking. It overcoming the fear of speaking to an audience is very much helpful in our communicative in developing our communicative skills. For example, join public speaking clubs and prepare thoroughly and practice it, rehearse it in front of a mirror or before your close friends. It will be very helpful in developing communication. Be mindful of tone. Adopting our tone to the situation or ensure the right message, ensure that the right message is conveying or not. While comforting a friend, we use a soft and calm voice, calm tone saying that I'm here for you, don't worry, I'm here for you. Like, but when leading a meeting, we use a firm and confident tone to convey authority, and use technology and tools also. Use technology, leverage modern tools and improve our developing communicative skills. Apps like Grammarly to improve our written communication, and record your voice to analyze pronunciation and fluency, how it is, where we need to specify, where we need to develop our tone and expressions like that. Through technology, we can develop, and stay patient and persistent. Developing communication skills is not an easy thing, and is not won't come in a day or in a week. Like, it takes time, and we need consistent efforts also. If you fumble during a presentation, don't take that. Take it, treat it as a learning experience, and note what to improve next time, and practice that patiently, and practice that. Develop yourself. Don't be panic why whenever you're not good at presentation. No problem, it's not the life end. You can improve yourself through continuous practice, and set small goals, like improving one aspect in a week, in the next week some other aspect. For example, you observe your tone for a week, in different situations, how your tone is uh, uh, reflecting on others. You observe that and modify that according to the situations. It will work. And in another week, the clarity, and in another week, the words, your facial expressions, body language, and everything. Surely we can develop with these actions. Surely we
Yes.
can communicate better. Thank you.
Exactly, yes, ma'am. You mentioned all the basic and important points to all our viewers, and indeed it was really very wonderful session. And as we are left with very limited time, so we have to wrap up this session for now. And if I talk about the conclusion, so whether we are students or educators, we always need good communication at every single step of our life, and this is why it's so important for all of us. Well, this is all about our today's session, and we have to wrap up this for now. But firstly, I would like to thank our experts. So firstly, I would like to thank Rajesh sir for joining us today. Thank you so much, sir.
Yes, I just want to add one line, one and two line.
Yes.
That is that intrapersonal communication means self-talk. Activity is the reflection of your self-talk. In a crisis situation, what type of thought, what type of word, what type of inner communication is going on, it is exactly representing your behavior. So if you regulate your self-talk, if you regulate your self-talk from negative to positive, then your behavior will be changed. Then you will be more efficient to deal with the crisis situation.
Exactly.
Very important part.
Right,
Communication is with your inner self. Self-talk is very important. You have to develop that skill also.
Exactly. And in that we have to work on ourselves also for the better communication skills. So thank you again so much, sir, for joining us today.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. And I would also like to thank Praveena ma'am for joining us. Thank you so much, Praveena ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
And I would also like to thank our viewers for joining us till last. And before I leave, here's an announcement for all our viewers which you can see on your screen regarding e-content competition. The last date for submitting entries to All India Children's Educational E-Content Competition 2024 and 25 has been extended to 31st January 2025. Teachers, teacher educators, students and independent educational e-content creators are invited to submit their best e-content for the competition. For further details and the application form, please visit the activity section of our official website, which is www.ciet.ncert.gov.in, or you can also scan the QR code on our screen. Well, now let me also inform you about our tomorrow's program schedule, and which you can also see on your screen. At 8 am we will bring yoga session for all of you, and the topic for tomorrow will be yoga for mental health. After that, followed by 12 pm we bring subject EVS, and topic will be electricity part 2. After that, 2 pm you can also join us and the subject we will bring science, and the topic will be electric current. After that, 2:30 pm you can join on channel number 7, and subject will be mathematics, and topic will be algebraic expressions part 2. After that, 3 pm you can join with subject Urdu, and the topic will be Ibn Inshas Germany mein. After that, followed by 3:30 pm you can also join our social science subject, and the topic will be human resources. After that, you can also join our online training program at 4 to 5 pm, and the topic will be Blue Kit learning through games. And at last, you can join us 5 pm for the Sahyog program, and the topic for tomorrow will be coping with the challenges of online learning. So this is all about our today's whole Sahyog program. If you have any doubt, please reach us via phone or our email ID. So thank you once again, and namaskar to all of you.